All right, what is up, YouTube? And welcome back to another video, man. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about passport bros and why we think this lifestyle isn't anything that spectacular like a lot of these people proclaim. Now, before we hop into today's video, I want to make a couple things clear. I'm not anti-passport bro. I don't think there's anything wrong with going to another country that's not as westernized, that might not be, have all these women that are influenced by westernized culture. I don't think there's anything wrong going to another country to work on your dating life if you're a man who does have his shit together. Truth is, a lot of us South Asians, Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladesh, people from the Middle East, in a way, we've kind of been doing this lifestyle a lot longer than this new trend called the passport bro. And it's just funny and at the same time annoying how a lot of these guys think that they're so special, that they found some crazy way on how to improve their dating life by going overseas, right? Looking for a wife overseas, when South Asians have been doing this long before this manosphere trend. I don't care if you're a passport bro or not, but there's nothing unique about traveling. The 9-year-old boy living next door to me a couple blocks down the street could literally go book a flight to Medellin, Colombia. He could book a flight to Spain. He could book a flight to Mexico. He could book a flight to Brazil, to Thailand. Literally a kid could go book a flight to any of these countries that these passport bros go to, first of all. So I personally have always found it kind of hilarious that a lot of these guys think that they have some unique skill, that they're this proficient traveler that's so well cultured, that knows so much about the world, right? When really there's nothing unique about you, bro, when you're booking a flight to South America. Let me get that out the way. And before all these people in the comments start hating like they probably will on a video like this, first of all, shut the fuck up, okay? First of all, I have had my passport probably longer than 98% of you passport bro dudes that are in your late 20s, early 30s. In fact, I've been overseas, since I was 5, 6, 7 years old, going back to my home country. And speaking on passport bros, right? The fact that, I just find it hilarious how they literally just take that one region of South America, right? Mostly South America. You can go a little bit up north, go to Mexico. But really those two countries in South America and Latin America, Brazil and Colombia, like the home bases of passport bros, those two countries have become the home base of passport bros, as if there aren't other fucking countries in the world, right? So many other countries out there, obviously, right? But they're not considered passport bro countries because, let's face it, these guys are literally chasing women. They're literally going overseas, majority of them at least, it's for the woman. And like I said earlier in this video, there's not necessarily anything wrong with that if you're someone who's actively working on their dating life and has the rest of their life together, right? And they're trying to settle down and they can afford it and they have their life together and they've leveled up and they're just, they've done everything they can in America. They're not seeing the results. They want to be a passport bro and go overseas to one of these Latin America countries. Okay, fine. At least you have your life together, right? At the end of the day, traveling just for the sake of chasing women is just not a priority. You see, for us, growing up, the priorities were always been to work hard and focus on school and build a solid career and get your finances right. And then through building yourself up as a successful man, women would see those qualities. Now, obviously, that's a little bit, I guess, of a red-pilled approach, and I don't agree 100% with the fact that you should just not focus at all on your dating life, right? I think it should be something that you look into, but it shouldn't be a primary focus, especially in your early and mid 20s. But it's just what we find hilarious, right, is that you're spending so much effort, and really it's just the prioritization and that focus of woman being the primary reason, and just leaving the life that you once lived, leaving, your family, and leaving the connections behind. It's just something that is so weird because, for Indians and South Asians, the family, the culture, right? That's always been one of the most important core values. You have all these people literally ditching their old past, their old connections, just to find a woman overseas in a country that they're natively not belonging to. And again, if the person has their life together and is doing this, that's fine. But nowadays it's like right and left. You see it all over on YouTube. Everyone and their brother is a passport bro, right? Every video you see on YouTube, on the comments these days, it's like, get your passport. Where's your passport, bro? Get your passport, bro. As if getting your passport is going to solve all the other problems you have in life. Traveling and chasing women, are these the two things that you only care about in your life? What about your job? What about your career? You're just going to throw all that away to just travel around the world chasing women in other countries? The core values really just lacking, right? The prioritization of things that aren't necessarily important is what is hilarious to me, and what's hilarious to a lot of other South Asians. And again, I know earlier in this video I was talking about how South Asians are kind of the pioneers in a way of traveling overseas to find a person. But in a way, it's a little bit different, right? Because we're still traveling overseas back to our cultural roots, back to our cultural country that, our ancestors and our relatives were from, to find somebody, and then bringing them back, to America. That's different than traveling to a country that you have no roots in, that you know nothing about, and then just settling down there thinking that everything in life is going to just play and work itself out because you have some woman that's, not westernized. Regardless of if you bring the girl back to the US, right? It's always complications, documentation, right? The influence of Western culture, trust me, bro, it doesn't matter. You can flee to wherever the fuck you want, right? Over time, I really believe the world is just going to become naturally more and more westernized. It's just the way it is, bro. America's a powerhouse, okay? America's a powerhouse, right? Even when I go back to countries not influenced by passport bro movement, right? Like India, Bangladesh, even those countries have bits and pieces of westernization influence in them. You can't run away, bro. You can't run away from it. And you look at all these guys, right, on passport bros, and they get super offended. It's like every time you question them, where's your passport, bro? Where are the stamp? How many stamps you got in your book, bro? It's like, dude, just shut the fuck up. And it's always funny to me, right? I made a video about a year ago about the passport bro movement, and it's got a lot of hate comments. Dudes saying things like, where's your passport, bro? How many stamps you got, bro? Look, I just wanted to be like, shut the fuck up, okay? The vast majority of you guys commenting, I've been overseas. I've been traveling longer than you have. I probably have my passport. I've had my passport longer than a lot of you guys have had that are in your 20s and early 30s. Okay? Motherfucker, I was overseas in my native country, actually fucking traveling across the world, actually utilizing my damn passport instead of using a one-way flight in the US from whatever city you are in to fucking Brazil or Colombia. So first of all, shut the fuck up, okay? Second of all, you're not special, all right? Traveling's not a skill, okay? Anybody can fucking travel. Anybody and their mom, anybody and their kid can travel, okay? They could literally click a couple clicks on the computer and go from point A to point B. Third off, the desperation that you have to chase woman, and then just flaunt like you made some amazing discovery on, oh, these women in Brazil and Medellin and Colombia. Oh, these women in Colombia and Brazil are so special, bro. They're not corrupted by Western culture. Oh, they love me, bro. Oh, I'm a top tier guy. Women flaunt all over me. And then you hear like all these stories, right? It's like every other month of some dude from another country coming down to a Latin America country, losing all his stuff, getting robbed, getting drugged, crazy shit like that. Women not being authentic, women not being genuine, women even potentially being hired by men to take advantage of other men coming into these Latin America countries from other countries. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound harsh as well, but if you're really that much of a moron to use a dating app in a foreign country that you're not familiar with, then what the fuck do you expect? Like, are you really that much of a moron that you're gonna go on a date with some foreign girls from the dating apps? No idea what their background is, absolutely nothing, right? You're going to meet up with them and you don't even have the decency to like at least watch your drink or slow it down on the damn drinking so you're not intoxicated, so you don't have some people take advantage of you and rob you. Like, are you really that much of a moron? And on top of that, you're in a third world country. You would think at least these guys would have the common sense to at least fucking be aware of their surroundings and not be stupid enough to have their drinks spiked and then later get drug robbed and then have all their possessions stolen. Like, it's just pure stupidity to me in a way. It's like, how are you going to go to another country, use the dating apps, and then kind of almost expect things to go 100% smooth, right? People in these countries are catching on. The women in these countries are catching on. They're not stupid. They realize that, hey, we could take advantage of all these travelers, all these people traveling here. We could make some money off them, right? Because let's face it, it's almost like a pay-to-play type of method. I bet most of these guys have never even been to South Asia or the Middle East in their entire fucking life. They call themselves a world traveler when all they do is take a fucking direct flight from New York to Medellin, Colombia, or Mexico. Looking at how, South Asians, how we prioritize our culture, right? We actually go back home to, get more in tune to our culture, to visit relatives and family, not just go overseas to find a wife, right? Just the lack of discipline, chasing women, going to other countries, not even for like the culture, right? And for South Asians, culture has always been a big thing. For us, Americanized South Asians, when we travel back to our native countries, right? It's always to get more in tune and visit family and relatives. It's not just to figure out our dating life and think that we cured the Westernization problem. Look, the world is going to get naturally more Westernized. Again, if you have your life together and you want to go overseas and do all this, right? I urge you to do it with caution, man. Don't just do it because it's a trend that you think is going to magically cure your dating life, bro. Thinking that they have a solution to their dating problem. All of that is what makes it super hysterical, especially to the South Asian men, who actually have cultural roots to the countries they go to, man. So anyways, not hating on passport bros. It's just, if you're going to go to the country, right, at least have your damn life together. And don't just go there to chase the woman. Actually give a fuck about the other country's culture. If you're gonna do it, man, at least have the basic foundations of your life together. And don't be an idiot and don't let your guard down, man. So anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.